Hello YouTube, CivilianSnowman here, and today I wanted to review the new Pixar film, Up. The plot follows an old age pensioner called Carl Fredricksen, who decides in his old age that he wants to have an adventure that he and his wife were going to have before she passed away, and that's not really a spoiler because it's kind of given away in the first 5 minutes. So he decides, he's a balloon vendor, he decides to tie thousands of helium balloons to his home and take off to South America, where he wants to land his house at a place called Paradise Falls and live out the rest of his days. Little does Carl know that a young Boy Scout named Russell is actually with him on this journey, and basically the film follows their friendship developing as they go on this adventure together. I have to say that at the beginning of Up, there is kind of a musical montage showing Carl's marriage to his wife Ellie, and it's probably one of the most beautiful animated scenes I've ever seen. It's I've heard critics call it the greatest ever animated scene, and I don't know if I'd go that far, but it is pretty jaw-dropping, and it is without a doubt the standout moment in the film, and it really does hit home. You know, it really has heart to it. The standout moment in that montage is when you see Carl and Ellie being told that they can't have children, and it's a tearjerker. I'm not going to lie to you. My eyes fogged up and stuff. You know, it was really effective. Another standout moment, which I thought was kind of comic genius, and it's quite simple, is there's a pack of dogs tracking Carl and Russell through the jungle, and they have collars on that allow them to speak, and the biggest, baddest dog, like the leader, his collar is broken, so he has a really squeaky voice, and it's really simple, and me telling you this is gonna probably make it sound like it's not exactly highbrow humour, but the way they use it in the film is, it's just one of those memorable characters that you will think about him again and again, because it really is memorable. It's not just like a throwaway gag that you'd find in one of the Shrek movies. I've loved every Pixar movie that has come out, well, I suppose with the exception of Cars, although I do still enjoy Cars, but Pixar really are the premier animation studio. You know, you can guarantee that you'll love a Pixar movie, whereas stuff like DreamWorks just keep churning them out with the celebrity voices, and it's all crap really, but Pixar really do pour heart and soul into their movies, and it's for that reason that I think Up is fantastic. Up's first act is without a doubt the strongest part of the film, not least because it contains that amazing montage, but it's just the strongest part of the film, because after that, as they actually go on the adventure, Carl and Russell, it kind of becomes another adventure film, and it doesn't quite live up to what it promised. You know, when you see that montage, you think, right, this is it, this is going to be one of the greatest films of the decade, but it doesn't quite live up to it. It finds kind of a fun tone for the rest of the movie and sticks to it, and doesn't really hit the emotional notes that it does at the beginning. I didn't have many problems with this movie, but one of the main ones is the villain, and I do feel like he was kind of underdeveloped. You know, he's kind of mentioned throughout the film and that, and it's basically over the course of, well, yeah, literally over the course of one scene that he turns evil. And it just feels kind of rushed, and they could have done a lot more with his character, but they didn't. They obviously just wanted an antagonist and thought, right, in this scene we'll just kind of explain why he's evil, and then we'll throw him at the characters, and which is what they did. And I mean, he's an okay villain, but he's probably Pixar's weakest so far. Without a doubt, my main problem with Up is that it didn't live up to the first act. Time for a rating. I'm going to give Up 3 stars. It would have easily got 5 if it had stuck to that emotional tone that it came up with at the beginning, but like I said, it didn't. So yeah, it gets 3. It's a really good animated movie. I recommend anybody who has the faintest curiosity about it, go check it out, because you will enjoy it. There is a lot there to be enjoyed. It just it's not Pixar's best. I personally prefer Wall-E, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, 3 stars from me. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this review. So this is CivilianSnowman signing out. I'll see you later. Bye.